gullible. What an poo-poo.
Hello and welcome back to the Pet Toon channel. Well, what a funny topsy-turvy old world we live in. And to help us come to grips with some of that topsy-turviness, here's Ask Johnny. Hey Johnny, look, I've got no time for superfluous greetings this morning. I've got a very sad letter here, and it's from Gunther in Sweden. And hello to all the people in Sweden. We've got millions of fans in Sweden. Gunther goes on to say, Johnny, I'm a 23-year-old university student, and I need your help. You're obviously a man of vast romantic experience, so please advise me on outings or special dates that will guarantee success with the ladies. I'm at a complete loss and need your guidance. Signed, Gunther. P.S. You are a godsend to young, clueless men everywhere. What do you make of that, Johnny? Yeah. I see, it's very sad. Look, I get these sort of letters from young blokes from around the world constantly wanting advice on the romantic arts. Most of them just don't have a bloody clue. They need a mentor. I step up into the breach to fulfil that role. You're obviously very experienced in the romantic arts, Johnny. We have to think out of the box a little bit. We're up for a lot of competition these days, young blokes. There's all sorts of things out there young ladies can occupy their mind with. Sometimes they don't even bother with stupid men. Yeah. So we have to work harder. Now, the first one I've been thinking of, and I think it's a winner, and I've used it on many occasions. Get your young female date, get her involved in a sheep auction. Sheep auctions.
Yeah, look, if you want to get to a young girl's heart, get her involved in a sheep auction. There's nothing better than a day spent out in the farm looking at sheep.
Brian Gilmore here from Sandhill Throwing Mike. But just to give an update on our forthcoming sale on the 30th of September. This year we've got 75 ewes in the sale.
Yeah, and for my second, and this will keep you in good stead with your girl for a couple of weeks at least, is a radio-controlled aircraft display. A radio aircraft event, yeah.
Deborah again, and why am I back at the Shepparton, the Valley Radio Flyers Club? Well, it's for their 38th running of the Mammoth Scale Flying.
And what young lady doesn't want to be involved with a good old radio-controlled aircraft club?
Now, most women, from my experience, go absolutely crazy for an intellectual man. And this one is going to take the cake. Book a couple of seats to a science lecture. Science lectures, probably one of my favourite.
Of the different atoms through our galaxy and through the universe. So let's go back to the periodic table.
Oh yeah, women love a man with a brain, you know. I found that through my experience, and they particularly like lectures on quantum physics.
Yeah, and last but not least, because this is probably my number one event for securing love from a young lady, is book yourself in for a fish farm tour. Fish farm tours.
Sea fish growing at maximum speed for the full 12 months of the year. So we can't beat that on.
What young lady doesn't like nature? And a tour of a fish farm can keep her up to date with all the life cycles of all sorts of fish, and let me tell you, it'll get her in the mood for later.
Yeah, but they should be a surprise for the young lady. Don't mention anything about these particular events. Just book them in. Yeah. Or perhaps not do anything for the particular. Say it's a birthday. Don't do anything for a birthday for a couple of days, and then spring a sheep auction on her. You're obviously very experienced in the romantic arts, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. Well, we've got another letter here. This is from Heimlich Manoeuvre, and he's from Gundawallunup. And hello to all Pet Toon fans out at Gundawallunup. They're everywhere out there, and we thank you for your support. Now, but Heimlich goes on to say, Johnny, there seems to be a push to produce beer without alcohol. What do you think of this peculiar turn of events? Signed, Heimlich. P.S. My missus thinks I'm stupid for watching the Pet Toon channel. Well, Heimlich, you can tell your missus to shove it up her ass. She probably watches those shows where those little Sheilas eat 16 hamburgers. Oh, Johnny. Yeah, but beer without alcohol. It is peculiar. It's a bit like playing, I don't know, a footy match, and you play for 4 hours and nobody wins at the end. Or perhaps making love to your missus and not carrying it all the way through, if you know what I mean. Because to me, one of my biggest disappointments in life was when I was a little fella. I used to see my old man on the farm. He wasn't a drinker, but we'd have friends around. Be a hot day. I see. And they'd break open a freezing bottle of beer, and I'd pour it in the glass, and I'd be staring over the tabletop, and it'd go into the glass, and it'd foam up, and it looked ice cold. And the old farmer sitting there would have a swig, and you'd go, ah. And I used to think to myself, by Jesus, that beer looks like it tastes good. Well, I was about mid-teens or so, and I was allowed to have a drink of beer, and I thought, here goes. I'm going to finally taste this golden amber. And I had a bit of a taste of it, and I thought, that tastes a bit like cold horse piss. Yes. So this particular phenomenon of drinking beer with no alcohol in it, it strikes me as one of the quirks of a weird society that we seem to be developing into. But then we have exercise bikes that we get on and pedal like hell for an hour and a half and don't go any bloody where. And we have treadmills where we walk and you can increase the incline a bit and it gets harder and harder. But we haven't gone anywhere there either. Or how about some Pepsi with no bubbles and no colour? It's a bit like drinking beer with no alcohol. Science lectures, probably one of my favourite.
But I mustn't be such a selfish hostess. Wait right here and I'll stir up some tea and goodies.
Yeah, well, what a great show we've had so far. It's been a laugh, but all this romantic talk earlier on got me thinking about doing a picture of a young fella, perhaps fulfilling his romantic duties to a young lady by taking her to one of these events, and I've drawn a picture to show it. Now remember, you blokes out there, you've got to think outside of the box if you want to be successful in the romantic arts, as I like to call them. You can't go wrong with my advice. Now, that's the end of this particular episode from the Pet Toon channel. Until next time, it's goodbye from everybody here.